Hey everyone, my name is Don Andre. Back in 2022, I posted a video titled Colorado Cop Slams Handcuffed Man on His Face, Breaking His Neck, and Paralyzing Him. That video went viral. It's still the most viewed video on my channel, with over 2.4 million views. Today I'm revisiting Donovan Duran's story, not just to talk about what happened, but because Donovan urgently needs our help. If you're already familiar with this case and want to jump straight to the latest update, I'll leave timestamps below so you can skip ahead. But I encourage you, if you can, to watch the full video. Hear Donovan's full story. Understand why this moment matters so much. When I recently sat down with Donovan to interview him, it was clear. He's strong, he's brave, but he's hurting. And without help, his health is rapidly declining. That's why I'm asking you personally to stand with him today. We're launching a GoFundMe to raise emergency funds for Donovan's medical care, therapy, and essential living expenses. He can't do this alone, and frankly, he shouldn't have to. Please watch the rest of this video. Please hear Donovan's story, and if you can, please donate. Every single dollar will go directly to rebuilding a life that never should have been broken in the first place. Thank you.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Boom, perfect timing.
Sergeant Vincent Fraker and Officer John McMillan of the Junta Police Department in Colorado were dispatched to a residence on a report of a disorderly party. Edward Duran had reported his son, Donovan Duran, as drunk and disorderly. In the video, Donovan is shown willingly being handcuffed and put in a police cruiser. But later footage of the incident shows the officers pulling Mr. Duran out of the police cruiser and slamming him on his head.
Hi, my name is Donovan Edward Julian Duran Sr. I'm 30 years old. I was born April 22nd, 1991 in La Junta, Colorado. I lived at my grandfather's house. It was roughly 2.5 blocks away from my father's house, Edward Duran. That day I was drinking pretty heavily. I had a whole gallon of Skull vodka. So at the time I was under a lot of depression. So I remember having a run-in with the cops. I went to my father's house, and that day I was kind of harassing. I was being kind of violent that day. So my father, Edward Duran, he called the police on me. So the police went and they checked me out. I kept telling them I was at my grandfather's house, and it was on the police body cam, as you know, the audience will be able to see. I kept telling the cops, please, take me. I kept putting my hands behind my back, telling them, just take me to jail. Just take me to jail. Come on. And Officer Fraker, he said, no, Donovan, we don't want to do this at that time. I kept telling him, come on, just take me. No, Donovan, we don't want to. And I really wish they would have taken me to jail.
Good to see you again, man. I said good to see you again. Take it easy.
Yep. Go ahead, guys.
Do what? Wow, man.
Go ahead.
What's going on, dude?
Come on, you tell me what's going on.
I don't know, man. I just
I don't know. Go ahead. It's all right.
Oh, man.
You guys go ahead. Go ahead.
If Fraker didn't put you in cuffs, man, right now, there's no reason right now. We're not gonna do anything. Yeah, we're not gonna do anything right now, man. Yeah, we're not gonna do anything.
I was about roughly 1 block away from my father's house. At that time, they told me, Donovan, get on your knees, put your hand behind your back of your head, which I followed all the commands that the police gave me. I got on my knees, I put my hands behind my head. They told me back up, you're going to jail. I said, okay. I walked backwards. They put me in handcuffs. They wanted to, get me checked out. So they took me to the hospital.
All right, Donovan. Stay there, okay? You see your other hand, right? There you go. Get up there. You okay? You walk all right? I'm fine. All right. All right, boy. Oh, before we get in, hold on. Give me pockets for some focus, boy.
What'd you do with that handcuff that you showed me?
Let's go back. You got it. Watch out, buddy. Step in. Step in. Show the foot up there, bud. Need help? Do you need help?
No, sir.
No?
You need help.
Nope. There you go. Okay?
You take those dogs up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with him since he doesn't have a cage.
You got it.
At the hospital, they told me to get out. And at that time, I remember I was so intoxicated. I don't know what got through my head, what I was thinking, but I tried to slip my cuffs. If the audience don't know what that means, it's kind of like put my cuffs in front of me. And I don't know why I was thinking of doing that. I always thought, like, because I was a professional MMA fighter and I was always so talented, and I always thought I could just be like, haha, look at me, like, I got my handcuffs in front of me. But I know I shouldn't have done that, which I tried to do that. So they threw me out of the cop car onto my face, which broke my it's called a C6 C7 vertebrae. They drugged me, as you can see on the video. They drugged me, and I was laying down and I was crying so bad. And they said, Donovan, get up. Officer Fraker said, Donovan, get up. And I told him, I can't. And so they drugged me. They finally got the wheelchair, put me in the wheelchair, and they threw me back. And I was kind of dangling because my neck was already broken. I mean, I was just kind of dangling there.
Come on, Donovan. Come on, Don. You can't do that.
The impact instantly paralyzed Donovan Duran from the chest down.
Stop it! Okay. I stopped. Put your hands back! I stopped.
Stand up!
I pledged. Alright, come down. Sit down.
Stand up!
I stopped.
We're not doing anything, Donovan. Donovan, stand up. Come on, Donovan.
Stand up, Donovan.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah.
Stand up, Donovan. Stand up.
They finally took me to a hospital room where there was a video. There was a room with a window. They took me in the window. They grabbed me. They threw me on the hospital bed. They got handcuffed. They handcuffed me to the hospital bed. They handcuffed me my other wrist. They handcuffed me to my ankles. So I was like that with a broken neck. And I was just crying. I remember I was in so much agony and so much pain. And I was thinking, like, is this really happening? Like, I was thinking, are these people, like, I'm thinking I'm here at a hospital where they're supposed to save your life when a person is hurt. This is where people get saved and get help. I'm thinking, are these people really going to let me die here? And I'm thinking, this is a nightmare. I'm thinking this is such a nightmare.
We're gonna pick him up. We'll put him sideways on there. Okay? Ready? We're done. Resisting.
He's 24 years old, a martial arts fighter, and a father of two. But now Donovan Duran can't feel anything below his waist and has lost the use of his hands.
I think about my two children. But I'm fighting.
Duran's wife says he has a rough past, but no one deserves this mistreatment.
According to hospital records released by Mr. Duran's attorney, the officers ordered Mr. Duran to be restrained by his arms and legs to a stretcher. He was placed in an unstaffed room, and the officers left without explanation and without filing a report. There is also no record of the arrest.
There's surveillance footage and body camera video of the incident, but the CBI blocked Duran's lawyers from seeing that video, saying it isn't in the public's interest.
I just can't explain or figure out why they think it wouldn't serve the public interest unless they want to protect the public's sensibilities. The public's got a right to know, the public needs to know if their police agencies are acting properly as they're supposed to serve and protect.
The video was released after a special prosecutor failed to bring up charges against the officers after a grand jury investigation. Mr. Duran's attorney, Edward Lamena, had this to say about the incident, quote, "I am shocked and disturbed. As you can see, even from the beginning, he was not under arrest. He had committed no crimes. They were called so he could sober up," end quote. Mr. Duran's attorneys would eventually file a civil lawsuit against Officer Vincent Fraker in the city of La Junta in federal court. In 2017, Donovan Duran settled the lawsuit for an undisclosed amount. As for Sergeant Vincent Fraker and Officer John McMillan, they were placed on administrative leave, but there was no further discipline. In other words, the two Colorado cops responsible for paralyzing a man from the chest down were never charged with the crime. Since this incident, Vincent Fraker's professional career has flourished. After leaving the La Junta Police Department, he got a job as the major crimes investigator for the 16th Judicial District Attorney's Office in La Junta, Colorado, and today he works comfortably as the Academy Director of the Otero Junior College Law Enforcement Training Academy. Meaning Vincent Fraker is in charge of training potential future police officers. As for John McMillan, he too no longer works for the La Junta Police Department. However, on his LinkedIn profile, he states he now works for the City of Pueblo Police Department, which is only about an hour away from La Junta.
I woke up and I see my mom, I see my sister, I see the doctor. The doctor said, "I'm sorry to tell you, Donovan, you have a broken spinal cord. You're never gonna walk again." He said, "Donovan, you have a 1% chance of ever walking again." And I remember me, my mom, my sister, we looked at each other and we were just crying, you know. And the doctor told me, he said, "Your life expectancy has been cut short, right?" And I said, "Yeah, I understand that." And it was just like a nightmare. And me and my mom, my sister, we were just crying. I remember it was like a nightmare. I couldn't believe it. And my whole life was it was just like a couple of seconds. It just happened. The cops just threw me out so fast. My whole life was just torn to pieces. It's all I could think about was my baby. So I have my son, and he's barely 1.5 years old, and my daughter, she was just born, like literally like a month old. I was thinking I got two babies that I gotta take care of. Now I just try to take it one day at a time. Every day, I wake up like, is this for real? Because I had to, not to be gross, I had to poop out of my stomach. I had to urinate out of my pelvis. And there's days that I'm in so much pain, and there's days where I just want to just say, like, I just want to give up sometimes, but I know that I can't because I got my beautiful children and, life. It's just so hard. It really is. I was a professional fighter. I was the champ, and I'm still the champ.
Donovan, it's really good to see you. It's been a long time. And if you can for me, can you turn your phone sideways so we can get like the full view of you? Yeah, let me see. It should fix itself. There we go. The Donovan Duran. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, just staying close to the Lord and just trying to take it one day at a time.
Donovan, I want to just take it back to our first interview. Our first interview was back in 2022, I believe. And
Yes.
I posted that video of what they did to you back in 2015. And in that video, it garnered so much attention. It garnered over 2 million views. It really impacted a lot of people when they watched that video. And I really just want to talk about why you think that is. Why do you think people resonated with your story so much?
I mean, it was just, I mean, how just crucial and haitious they just handled me, you know. It's just like they just handled me pretty brutal, and but I mean, it got a lot of attention because the way they just, you know, threw me onto my face and broke my neck, and then the way they manhandled me and just throwing me in the wheelchair, you know, on my head, dangling. Then they go and shackle me up to a hospital bed for it was probably over 10 hours. I gave them every number to call: my mom, my aunt, my grandma, my sister, my dad. They didn't call nobody. It's how my family even found out that I got paralyzed and got sent flight for life is because an off-duty officer from Rocky Ford went over to my mom's house, and that's how my mom found out. He said, "Hey, your son got flown flight for life." The hospital didn't even call. So every time I go to this hospital, it just makes me so, I get PTSD.
Can you update everybody on the condition that you're in right now? What's going on within your life today?
Well, I'm just it sucks 'cause I'm sick all the time, you know. I deal with a lot of health problems. So last Christmas, it's been a few months. It was like right after Christmas, they cut my left pinky toe off, and I'm glad I didn't have to lose my whole foot. But they just were able to cut the pinky toe off to take out the infection. Right now, I'm dealing with three infections, so I'm on like three different antibiotics. I have a doctor's appointment later today, 4:30, so I'm gonna go check that out. Kind of bummer. I got a hospital bed right around the corner. I got a hospital bed that doesn't even work. The controls on it are messing up. You press up and one side goes up, the other side goes. It's just the whole mattress is flat. I've been calling Aero Care to try to have them come and fix it. I mean, it's hard. I live here, you know, I live here on my own, and I don't have no home health care because they can't give me home health care out here because they don't have these services. And the health care that they do have here is not accepting any new patients. So I'm pretty much, I mean not to be gross, but I hadn't even took a shower in maybe like 2 weeks. Nobody comes, nobody offers. I mean, I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm just here just rotting, just like rotting away, you know. Just my whole life's just, it's just been really
Man,
hard. Like the other day, it was actually a night before my birthday, and so the 23rd, I went to sleep, and like I don't want to, you know, be gross or anything, but I went to sleep and I woke up like 3 in the morning, and I smelled something, and you know, my colostomy bag must have had the runs, and it was just all over my blankets, all over my clothes. And all I could do is cry, and just crying in my own feces. It's just the daily stuff that I have to deal with. I mean, I have no one to help me, so I just was crying. I called 911, and I'm like, the paramedics showed up. I'm like, yo, can you guys, you know, can you guys help me out? And you know, I appreciate they did. They cleaned me off and got me some new clothes, but
why
uh,
isn't anyone helping you? What's going on? Like, where, like,
so now I'm trying to get my brother to be a caregiver. And they said he has to do an application and he can do 8 hours a week. So I got him the application. I don't know if he's willing to do it or not, or but you know, I can't live this way no more. I need some type of help. The only help that I get is like, the only reason why I'm up in my wheelchair is because my buddy Ralph, because I live in the low income apartments, so that we're all next to each other, and it's for the disabled and the elderly. And I'm probably, wow, I am the youngest person here. And you, like I say, Ralph comes and helps me out, or Dave's this other old man, but he tries to help me out, but he's so old he could barely even walk. So I don't get much help. And then the help I was getting from some of my buddies that live down the street, they would come and check up on me, but I don't know what they did. They ended up going to jail. So I stopped getting help from my friend Steve, you know. And every now and then Steve would come, pick me up, get me ready, get me in my chair. But this morning Ralph came, and I just asked him, Ralph, could you please help me get in my chair? And it was hard today. We couldn't do it because, like I said, the bed's all messed up. So it was hard getting in my chair today. I almost fell right on my face.
I forgot to mention that when do people reach out to me, they always ask me, how can I help Donovan? What is something that people could do to help?
I mean, if anyone could, I mean, honestly, I was thinking about going to the courts and getting like a petition started to sign a petition to have Fraker removed for the law enforcement. But, I was thinking about doing that and just people pray for me. I ask that people just keep me in their prayers and if you guys could look into any home health care or caregiving programs or anything like that, information would be great. Any
You,
resources or anything they can help with.
Donovan, I want to ask you, would it be all right if we made a GoFundMe for you and we raise some money? Would that be something that you would like? You know,
Absolutely. I would be very, very grateful and very blessed to get any help I could. I really would. To everyone that does help me, I just want to say thank you and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I really am struggling, so anything would generously help, anything at all. So thank you all and God bless you. Just
you've talked to Vincent Fraker since
well,
this video came out, right?
yeah, so my sister was because I was in a push wheelchair, not my automatic one. So she was pushing me in the wheelchair, and my nephew was walking next to us, and she says, "Brother, that cop's following us." And I'm like, "For real?" And we turned in the aisle, and he came up to me, and he put his hand out. I put my hand out, and I shook his hand, and I said, "You know what? I forgave you a long time ago." Because God in heaven said, if you don't forgive, your enemies their sins, or your neighbors their sins, then God in heaven won't forgive your sins. So I knew I had to forgive him. It still makes me bitter. Just even hearing his name, just the thought of him. I think that dude's evil and doesn't deserve to have what he has. But I know God he's a a righteous judge, and people get what they deserve. And I don't believe I deserve to be going through what I'm going through because that cop was maybe pissed off that day or what his problem was. But it was a personal thing too. From being from a small town, everybody knowing each other. I remember I would see him around town and have run-ins with him, and they were never good. So I knew the dude didn't like me. So when he had the chance to hurt me, I mean, he took advantage of it. And I mean, I think he was. I mean, you watched the video. That dude was trying to kill me. How are they gonna? How are the cops gonna arrest me, put me in handcuffs, shackle me to a gurney, and leave and never file a report? It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up. How does Arkansas Valley Regional Medical Center? How is that place even open still for not even calling none of my family? The Dr. Brady, I keep telling him I can't feel my legs, and he's over there yelling at me saying, "Stop wasting our time." And I'm like, dude, if I can get up, I would run home and finish my bottle of vodka. That's because I was drinking at the time. That's exactly what I told him. I'm like, I can't feel my legs. They feel like jello. And he grabbed me real mad, and he just dropped me, picked me up to my feet, picked me up all the way in the hospital room and just dropped me. And my legs, like one went behind me, one went in front of me, and my head's literally dangling. And I'm looking up at him like, dude, I'm hurt. And that's when his eyes were like that. And he's like, get this guy to the x-ray room immediately. And then they did. And then he told me I have a broken spinal cord. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you believe me? I mean, I was yelling, crying. I mean, I remember like it was yesterday. I remember every second of it. I was in the most excruciating pain. I mean, think about it. Someone just breaks their neck, their spinal cord is snapped. And I'm literally in pain. They don't check my blood pressure one time. They don't check my vitals, nothing like that. That's just crazy. I thought to myself, wow, I'm really here at a place where they're supposed to save lives, save your life if you're dying or hurt. And I was dying, and they left me on my deathbed just to die. And I even thought, God, please don't let me die right here. Don't let me die like this. Like, please, And I remember I would cry for help, please. And I remember their exact words were, "Shut up." And I'm just like, what is going on? Like, I just thought I'm in a true nightmare. I mean, I just did want to tell you about after you did make the video, when Vincent Fraker was telling me hey, please tell that guy to stop making these videos. He's just making money off of us. And he tried to convince me to tell you not to make any videos about him.
That's actually really shocking. What did you reply to him?
I just told him that dude could do whatever he wants. He wants to make a video about me. That's up to him. I can't control that. And I just said, like, like, why is it? Because like you're being exposed, or? And he said, no, it's just because that guy's making money off of us, and I don't know. It just went from there. It was a really short talk. But he did mention the video, and I thought that was important to include. Since this video came out, I just want to let everyone know, and I don't care who gets mad, which one of my friends get mad, but I am gonna be getting rid of all my gang tattoos. I did get baptized, and I gave myself to the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm living to serve Him and store my riches up in heaven.